Everyone thought Zara was dying. Just a year ago, the headlines were everywhere, screaming that hundreds of stores were closing. It looked like the final act of the retail apocalypse, another giant crumbling under its own weight. But what if I told you that you weren't just misinformed, you've been lied to? The real story wasn't about a crisis, it was about a collapse. It was, without a doubt, one of the most audacious and calculated power moves in the entire history of retail. What the world perceived as a panicked retreat was actually a secret master plan unfolding in plain sight. Zara didn't just get smaller, it meticulously and surgically edited its entire global footprint to become more focused, more profitable, and more powerful than ever before. And in this video, we're going to break down exactly how they orchestrated this incredible feat, and why every other brand on the planet should be absolutely terrified. Okay, so let's rewind. For the past couple of years, you couldn't escape the narrative. You saw these headlines everywhere. Zara is closing stores. Between late 2024 and late 2025, this news was relentless. Zara itself shut down 60 of its stores across the world, and its parent company, the colossal Inditex, closed 132 stores in total as of October 2025. The story spread like wildfire, from the financial districts of Spain to the shopping centers of Japan. The public reaction was immediate and predictable. Pundits, analysts, and customers all started asking the same panicked questions. Is this finally the end for Zara? Were years of boycotts and mounting complaints about sustainability finally taking their toll? Was a new ultra-fast fashion behemoth like Shein finally landing a knockout blow? The story was simple, compelling, and easy to understand. Zara, the undisputed king of fast fashion, was collapsing under its own weight. It looked like another giant was about to be added to the retail graveyard. It seemed so obvious, didn't it? The logic was clear. They had too many stores, the overhead was too high, and modern customers were simply moving on to cheaper, faster online alternatives. The story wrote itself. But that's not the real story. In fact, it's not even close. Because while everyone was fixated on the stores that were closing, they completely missed what was being built in their place. They're systematically trading pebbles for diamonds. For decades, the retail playbook was brutally simple. More stores equals more customers equals more money. Growth meant being everywhere. Zara just took that entire playbook, ripped it up to shreds, and threw it in the trash. They are now proving to the entire world that the future of retail isn't about having the most stores, it's about making the most money per square foot. They are performing a systematic trimming of the fat. Every single one of those stores they closed shared common traits. They were smaller, older, less profitable, and often in decaying or strategically irrelevant locations. Even while closing over 100 stores, Inditex simultaneously announced a bold plan to increase its total gross store space by around 5% between 2025 and 2026. This isn't a contradiction, it's the entire brilliant strategy in a nutshell. They're closing 2 or 3 tiny outdated stores and replacing them with one massive high-tech experience-driven flagship store. It's the retail equivalent of trading a handful of common rocks for a few flawless, perfectly cut diamonds. They came to the profound realization that your brand isn't defined by your hundreds of average stores. It's defined by your very best stores. So the real story isn't about how many locations they closed, it's the insane jaw-dropping quality of the new ones. These new locations aren't just stores in the traditional sense, they are architectural marvels and retail destinations. Just look at their newest stores. The one in Madrid's Edificio España is a 7,700 square meter behemoth spread over 4 floors, designed to feel less like a clothing store and more like a luxury museum or a modern art gallery. For the first time ever, they integrated men's, women's, and home collections under one roof to sell you a complete aspirational lifestyle. You don't just rush in and out of a place like this. You explore, you experience it. You look at the brand new 3-floor store at the iconic Caesars Palace in Las Vegas, a statement of pure confidence. Or consider the 40,000 square foot monster they're opening in San Francisco, which is more than double the size of the old one it replaced. They even opened what is now the world's largest Zara in Rotterdam, a mind-blowing 9,000 square meter space. These flagships are meticulously designed to make the entire brand feel more expensive, more exclusive, and more aspirational. Strategically, just one of these giant experience-rich stores is worth more to the brand than 10 of their old, boring cookie-cutter stores combined. It represents a total strategic pivot from a volume game to a value game. They have an invisible weapon of super spy technology. It's all built on two pillars, RFID and artificial intelligence. The magic begins with RFID, or radio frequency identification. Think of it as the store's central nervous system, connecting every single product to a global brain. Every single piece of clothing has a tiny RFID chip embedded in a security tag. This tiny chip gives Zara perfect real-time visibility of every item from the moment it's made in the factory to the second you carry it out of the door, sending a constant stream of data back to their headquarters 24/7. But this isn't just for preventing theft, it's for data. Mountains and mountains of it. Zara knows in real time what's selling in which store at what time of day, what isn't, and even how many times a specific sweater was taken into a fitting room and put back on the rack. This allows them to restock their stores with surgical precision, with new, highly targeted items arriving twice a week. The data is so granular that two Zara stores on the exact same street might sell completely different collections based on the specific tastes of their unique clientele. This same tech also powers their incredible app, where you can check a specific store's stock in real time, purchase an item, and have it delivered to you by a literal robot in the store or for pickup. Then there's the AI. The AI acts like a weatherman for fashion, constantly analyzing global sales data, customer behavior, and even social media trends to predict what you'll want to wear next. This allows Zara to operate with far less inventory and react to emerging trends in a matter of weeks, not months. Their stores aren't just stores anymore. They are hyper-efficient data collection hubs and logistical fulfillment centers all rolled into one. They're no longer just selling clothes, they're selling a vibe. Zara is methodically turning its retail spaces into immersive, aspirational worlds. They're strategically installing in-store cafes, aptly named Zara Cafes, in key locations like Madrid and Osaka. It's an absolutely brilliant move. It encourages you to stay longer, to relax, and to connect with the brand on a deeper, more social level. Flagship stores seamlessly blend men's clothing, women's fashion, and Zara home goods so that you can fully immerse yourself and buy into the complete Zara aesthetic. From the jacket on your back to the coffee cups in your kitchen. This entire strategy is designed to make the brand feel more premium and defend its position against cheaper rivals. By creating a cool, sophisticated environment and curating an entire lifestyle, Zara gives you a powerful reason to choose them over a soulless transaction-based website. They are selling an idea, an experience, and an aspiration. One single flagship store that successfully sells this dream is definitely more valuable than a dozen old stores that just sell clothes. So, what does this all mean for the greater future of retail? There are a few insane, game-changing lessons here that should be a wake-up call for every other brand. First, the strategy of being everywhere is officially over. The age of ubiquity is dead. Having a few incredible high-impact locations is now far more powerful than having thousands of mediocre, forgettable ones. The middle of the market is collapsing, and you either have to be exceptional or you'll be extinct. Second, Zara is playing 4D chess while everyone else is playing checkers. While they are strategically elevating the main Zara brand to feel more premium, their parent company, Inditex, is simultaneously opening hundreds of new stores for their budget-friendly brand, Lefties, to go to war directly with Shein. They are attacking the market from the absolute top and the absolute bottom, leaving no oxygen in the room for anyone else. Third, physical stores aren't dead, but boring stores are. This is the most important lesson. The store of the future has to be an experience. It needs to be a media channel, an entertainment venue, and a logistical hub all at once. If your physical store doesn't offer something more engaging and exciting than your own website, it is destined to die. Finally, through all of this transformation, Zara has achieved something most companies only dream of: complete and total control over its brand, its narrative, and its business. Every single piece of the puzzle, from the architectural design of the stores to the functionality of the app works in perfect harmony to tell one single powerful story. So when we look back at all those alarming headlines about Zara's store closures, we can now see that for what it truly was, a huge misdirection. This was never a story about a brand in crisis. It wasn't about the success of boycotts or the dawn of a new retail apocalypse. This was a story about a brand so confident in its vision and so dominant in its market that it performed open-heart surgery on itself in front of the entire world. The closures were a bold and calculated move to consciously shift from a strategy of volume to a strategy of value, from being everywhere to being where it counts. They are building an unbreachable fortress of brand experience, powered by insane technology and an endless river of data. What we all witnessed wasn't a retreat, it was an edit. And it's a powerful lesson for any business in any industry. Sometimes, to become more powerful, you don't need to add more, you need to subtract. This less but better strategy is completely rewriting the rules of retail, but I want to know what you think. What other major brand desperately needs to follow this playbook right now and edit its own footprint? Let me know your thoughts down in the comments below. I'm Rob and this is the DR Pulse, and if you found this breakdown valuable, destroy that like button and be sure to subscribe for more deep dives just like this.
For more trending brand news, subscribe to our channel and visit designrush.com.